I can't fight this feeling deep inside of me.
So today, I'm not exactly feeling at my best. I'm feeling a little bit poorly. But I have the best thing to make me feel a whole lot better, and it has something to do
With Raditz.
I'm gonna be dying on that hill of Raditz for the rest of my internet career. We're all familiar with the What If Raditz Turned Good series, and if you're not, you should really go and look at the playlist. But there is something else, and it comes from the likes of Jay's Candy Hell with the Redemption of Raditz. Or in this case, his Rademption. And oh yeah, they made this animation too, which is pretty sweet. I just thought I'd show you that too, just to start off with. So here it is. Jay's Candy Hell presents Rademption, and already on this cover, look at it, it's absolutely incredible. That little insignia, Rad out of hell. I absolutely love it. That jacket, just the leathers for the bike, amazing. It kind of reminds me of the End of Z Raditz design that we came up with for our What If. I ain't complaining. This looks pretty awesome, and is a great summation of what we can expect here for this Raditz Turned Good story. They've just completed the first chapter. Chapter 2 is already in progress, and I'll leave a link to this comic in the description, but let's take a look at this, shall we? So basically what you can expect for Chapter 1 is a sort of retelling of how the battle between Piccolo, Raditz, and Goku goes about. So it starts off pretty much the same as you might expect. Piccolo just doing the special beam cannon, the Makan Korsepo, but will this full Nelson work? Well, I don't think so, because in this universe, pretty much like the one that I did,
Raditz gets out of the way.
yes, he does still take a hit, and he's still injured, but things start to deviate slightly. So I'm not saying this is a complete retelling of what I did. No, no, no. Jay's actually gone and done their own spin of what could have happened if Raditz turned good. They're going to be doing their own thing, and I'm really curious as to how they permutate from the basic premise of Raditz turning good. So already, as you can see, the artwork is in full color for Chapter 1, and it's glorious. It's really, really good. The shading in particular on Piccolo's brows is really good too. Nice little gradient there. Not bad. Raditz just about gets out of the way, and yeah. Oh, oof. Oh, his sides must be killing him, because in that framer,
He's got no sides left. Oof.
Raditz is still able to punch Piccolo in the face because the special beam cannon kinda failed?
I managed to kill a Goku, so, I still class that as an absolute win or something.
Raditz is just about strong enough to be able to land a couple of punches on Piccolo. Sort of reminds me of episode 7 of R&R, is that even though he doesn't have the key, he can still hit people really, really hard. The ship's in ruins because Gohan's still done the whole thing of hitting his very important space armor, so he can't exactly escape. And now everyone's kind of in this situation where no one's really quite sure what to do. I actually saw a shot of this on Twitter because people were saying, you really gotta take a look at this. And this bit in particular, oh, that's savage. Piccolo sort of uses his regeneration as a offensive technique by just slicing through Raditz's side again, and also getting his arm back. That is hardcore. Now you see, Toyotaro, even though the framing of this is quite straightforward, it's not overly garish or over the top, it's still impactful. That's one of the weaknesses of Toyotaro in the manga. It's just that his framing of the manga is a little bit tame, whereas this, oh, it's juicy. I feel that this hurts. This hurts a lot, but also really clever too. I'm loving this. This is great. Piccolo's back up here, and he's still in the fight, whereas Raditz is somewhat weakened. But the difference here is that Raditz is still around somewhat when the others arrive, and Goku's not exactly in the best of state. So
You might think that Goku won't survive today, but I'll plan it as a handy way of cheating death, so...
talking about the Dragon Balls and stuff like that, everyone's now kind of going, oh, my best friends are kind of dying. And also, they're not treating Raditz as wholly evil, because even though he did some really bad stuff, they've not seen it happen, and he's still related to Goku in some way. Then Raditz is being a little good Saiyan boy and reporting back to his superiors about the Dragon Balls, because the Scout is open and all that stuff. And here's something similar to the Raditz Turned Good thing, is that, Vegeta doesn't really care, because in my one, Vegeta basically just says, Raditz, get out of the way. If you get in our way with the Dragon Balls, we will kill you. You pretty much just screwed everything up. You are useless to us. do not show your face to us again, or else you'll face the consequence. Here, it's a little bit more apathetic, but I also can see it from Vegeta, because he's basically just saying,
You know what? I don't really care about either of you, so, thanks for the information, but, yeah, still die.
I actually think this is kind of better in my opinion. This is more like Vegeta. Jay's done a better job at this than I did, and it makes more sense, because Vegeta, yeah, he would have just been that uncaring, and, you know, they got the information, and Nappa's a little bit like, What, Vegeta? We don't want to get rid of him? Aw, come on, Vegeta! I wanted someone to kick someone's butt. Now you're taking that away from me! And Raditz is still clinging on to that. Oh, no, wait, Vegeta! You can't be. We're so few in number! You can't just leave me to die! But, yeah. They don't really care. And then the Zenny drops with Raditz realizing, You're coming to Earth and you're not even gonna help me. And now at this point, Vegeta just straight up is ignoring Raditz, and it's just like, I don't know any Saiyan that's named after a comical and suggestive vegetable. And his brother, who's even more suggestive. Oh dear. Then, of course, Piccolo rumbles what Raditz is doing, and just as he's going in for the kill, Roshi's coming in clutch and saying, Well, actually, we should probably get to know what the Saiyans are all about, since, Resident Saiyan's kind of broken and dead, and starting to smell a little bit. Maybe we should, learn from this guy. And, it's kind of like the whole thing about, they're all bickering about what they're gonna do, and Raditz is kind of like, What? What is this thing? Oh, I believe it's a thing called, compassion or something. And once again, in true fashion, Goku's kind of like, He's not all evil, guys. Listen to him. Again, this is something I can kind of see because Goku showed that up to Vegeta, and Vegeta had done far worse stuff to the planet than Raditz did. I know I'm being a Raditz sympathizer, but here it's all making a lot of sense. I like where this is going. This is a sort of more enhanced version of Raditz being betrayed by Vegeta and Nappa and kind of turning his back on them immediately, whereas in my one, he kind of just wanders about for a while, and then when Piccolo and Gohan are training, then he makes himself known. They're sort of actually coalescing around Raditz as sort of a replacement for Goku, and he's a lot stronger than Goku, but Goku's sort of redeemed him in a way by going, I don't trust Raditz, not even a little, but the old man's pretty smart about these kind of things. And besides, I didn't want to have to kill him, so I don't hate him, but I really had no choice. He took my kid. So I can actually see the logic here.
You really think I'll grant your dying wish? You'll be back in mere days if your friends wish it.
Raditz won't have healed by then either. If he turns on us, you and Goku will be able to handle him. Not quite Roshi, but optimistic there.
Kakarot doesn't want me to die? Oh, what's this feeling in my chest? I'm feeling, loved.
Kinda has a hate boner for Vegeta and Nappa.
I can't fight this feeling deep inside of me!
Because Raditz is now feeling a lot of emotions, and that his two Saiyan companions for decades have pretty much given up on him, and now Kakarot, a really weak Saiyan, is just like showing pity while he's dying. I'm pretty sure at this moment it's really, really embarrassing. He's falling unconscious, he's now hearing this, and Vegeta and Nappa are just not caring. They're actually finding this very, very funny that Raditz is now contorting in pain as he's fading into black. But naturally, no. We then cut to present day, and he's alive! Yay! Our boy is alive! And he wakes up in a chamber. He gets up. He survived. He's somewhat okay. But who's this at the door? It's Launch. That's chapter 1 of Rademption. I actually really like this. The artwork is really, really good. I really recommend you to give this a read. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I love any other interpretation of the What If Raditz Turned Good world. I don't lay claim to the premise. I am just one interpretation of the idea of Raditz redeeming himself. This is just one other iteration, and it's really, really good. So if you've got an idea for What If Raditz Turned Good, go for it. And I'd love to see it, because we all need to give Raditz some love. And actually, yeah, I just gotta own it. I actually think this is great. And I feel a lot better already.